Hi guys, it's Nana, Foxy Mama 365. Welcome back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 18. I really don't know what this episode is called, but anyways. It looks like Cynthia and Mike are thinking about getting a house in Atlanta, which is kind of cool. So they have a house, a property together in both their names. Candy's gotten an award. It's going to be a Candy Burress Day. That's really good. Candy Burress Tucker. That's what it is. Yeah, cool. Drew's son Josiah gets to sit down with his old daddy, and it's kind of cute. Initially, you just see the heart of a child, so innocent, and just speaking his mind, and anyway, Drew's there with her husband Ralph and her ex-boyfriend, or her baby daddy. And he comes in. She's like, she hopes he's gonna come and not disappoint us, his son, who's kind of already has like kind of cold feet, not really sure he wants to do this, but he's getting to doing it, So he shows up a little late, but he shows up, and they get to talking, and they get to asking the little questions. What do you want to ask him? Nothing. The boys, you just see the heart of a child. Like, he's like, listen, how long is it gonna take? Can I go back to doing my basketball or something, or my Fortnite or whatever it is he does? But anyways, his father is kind of understanding, and they're talking about when last saw him as a baby and all of that, and just knows that he has a lot of work to do. It's good that Drew is able to say to him, please, you need to be, are you sure you're going to be able to do this, on a regular? Because obviously he's flown into Atlanta to just be with his son, and he's like, yeah, this is my only child, like I have nothing else in life to do, so hopefully this will work out for everybody. Kenya in therapy with Dr. Kristen. So she's sitting down. Honestly, something is not right between the Kenya and Mark situation. I don't know what it is. I don't know who is telling a lie, but the stories that we're getting, something is just not right. Because one minute Mark is in the house, Mark is in her bed, they're making out, or Mark is sending her love songs, and then the next minute he's filing for divorce. Now he doesn't want. Someone is not being like, I don't think Kenya is not being honest. However, I think that there is just some, I just can't believe that someone can be this crazy. Right? I'm talking about Mark, right? That one minute he wants Kenya, he's in her bed. He doesn't even ask her if he can be in the house with her. Like, who does that? But my other thing is, Kenya, why, if you don't want, obviously you want him to obviously see his daughter, but couldn't you have asked him, hey, are you going to be staying in the house? And if you're going to be staying in my house, I'm going to be getting the guest room. I think Kenya, is up to you to set those boundaries. But like she was saying, her daughter Brooklyn was very excited to have, see both of them together and have both of them. I totally get that love and affection. However, when you have identified that Mark is not going, he's really not there all the time. He's just not, it's not something that you as much as you want that moment, you want those moments to linger. I don't think it's healthy. You need to set your own boundaries, and not keep letting him dictate to you. And which is exactly what Kenya said. He kept on saying, okay, that he's thinking about reconsidering their relationship, only if she's going to drop, the court case and all of that. And I'm like, nah, he's playing game, okay? Mark is trying to be smart and play games, okay? No. You are either married to me and you are here with me and our daughter together, and there's no, no strings attached, or you're going to be with another woman in New York and do your thing. Don't keep me, like Kenya's literally spent 2 years of her life, hoping for Mark to come back, or I like, when she says she's been married, I'm like, what married? Where? Nah. Anyway, she tries calling Mark, and she finds out that he's blocked her. And she's like, who blocks, like this was just like today. How is that even? No, pretty much Kenya is done, okay? Kenya's like, listen, 2021 is going to be her year. She's going to go back to the old Kenya, the one that, is the old Kenya, okay? Moving on, Cynthia is having this gift party. Now, she calls the ladies and she tells them, it's just going to be like a Christmas party where you all drop gifts for each other, and it's got to be $100 gift. And everybody's like, huh? She says, okay, let's take it up to $1,000. Yes! You've arrived when you can do $1,000 gift, and you're like, yes, bitch. So she said everybody should just bring like $1,000 gift, something nice and cool. Okay. We'll see. So, of course, right off, Latoya says she's not coming. Yeah, Latoya and her X have been going back and forth on Instagram, on whatever it is, and it's just kind of sad to watch. That's also true. Portia did a live, didn't really make much sense to a lot of people. In fact, the more we watched, the more confused we got, because she didn't kind of give us the backstory. But it had something to do with Black Lives Matter and them trying to hold themselves all to a high standard. And it just kind of seemed that's Portia. It kind of seemed that Portia was trying to clear something between her and Candy. She didn't want Candy thinking that she had talked bad about her, but because Kenya had said some things about making fun of Portia and making it look like Portia was just using the Black Lives Matter as her storyline. Whatever it was, it was like very long, and I was like, you know what, you could have kept that, Portia. Okay. Moving on, the game. So they're going to have 8 people. They're meant to have 8 people. Marlo isn't coming, but she's going to be sending her gift. Marlo says she doesn't want the shit, okay? Latoya also is not coming because she doesn't want the drama about the pastor or the prophet, you know. So Cynthia's like, what? You guys are not even showing up after I've done all this work, you know, planned this food and all of that, you know. So Cynthia's like a little upset. Anyways, the game is they're going to have to pick numbers 1 to 8. 8 being the best gift. And so that person gets to pick first, I think it is. Yeah, so whoever she gets to pick first. Now, then the other people can also swap. If someone picks a gift and you pick after them, they can swap, you know, with your gift for theirs if, you know, they have a better chance, a higher number than yours. So, fortunately, Marlo gets to pick it. Marlo is not around, but they get to pick it for Marlo, and she picks 8. So, Marlo is meant to get the best gift. Yeah, but we really don't know what the gifts are, okay? But Marlo obviously can decide at the end whoever gift she wants, which is the best gift, okay? So the game is you steal someone else's gift. Yeah. So Drew and Portia, as usual, are fashionably late. And the ladies are not happy about that, you know, because it's kind of like every time, come on, like they're 3 hours late. Like, who does that? 3 whole hours? Oh, that's very rude. Shamia tries it by saying, but Marlo isn't here, so she should get to pick last. No, girl. Marlo's gift is here, okay? Well and delivered before Portia and Drew are here. So you try that. No, Shamia. No, Shamia. So Portia comes through with Drew, and we'll see how this is going to go down. So Portia picks number 1, and it's a Tiffany jewelry beads, which are probably expensive, and it was by Cynthia. And everybody's like, what are those? No. Nobody's really impressed, okay? Portia's like, girl, no. Portia says her own gift is like $1,500. So, girl, no. Yeah. Cynthia, no. Okay? Drew gets to pick a number 2 because she's number 2. And she picks Portia's gift. And she knows Portia's gift is a Baccarat perfume, I think it is. And she says it's really, really expensive. And also a Gucci purse, okay? Cynthia, take note, okay? And it comes about a value of about $1,500. So third on the list is Mallory. Mallory picks number 2. So she gets to steal. She picks number 3. So that means she can get to steal either Portia's or Drew's gift. And so Mallory decides, you know what, she's going with Drew's gift, okay? So then Drew has to pick again. So Drew now picks 12 bottles of champagne. And she's like, huh? Everybody's like, no, bitch. Mallory, we know, because Mallory is the manager for Cynthia Bailey Winery. Just like, everybody's like, girl, you just removed the label on Cynthia Bailey's. Like, girl, you just got this from Cynthia Bailey's wine cellar, okay? No, Mallory. But anyway, Mallory gets to pick Drew's gift. Shamia gets to pick him. And she's like, oh yeah, Candy always gives good gifts. So she gets to pick in Candy's gift. And Candy's gift is an iPhone 12, the latest edition. Whoop whoop! Yes! So Cynthia is off next. And she picks Marlo's gift because she knows Marlo is that bitch, okay? And Marlo has $1,000 cash. Yes, in ones. All for Bolo, you know? Just in case. So yeah, so that's pretty much what Cynthia gets. And Cynthia's like, yes, Marlo. So Candy gets to picking, and she picks Kenya's gift, and it's some kind of diamond earring. And Candy's like, girl, why would you, like, she feels that is such a personal gift. Kenya's trying to tell everybody, well, that's about $5,000, which we obviously don't believe, girl. Because we remember you trying to say someone has to pay for your makeup the last time you couldn't. Anyways, she says it's like $5,000. Everybody's trying to Google it, and everybody's like, But anyway, it looks very pretty and simple, okay? Kenya gets Shamia's gift, and it's a Chanel pin, which is really cool, and a Chanel scarf as well. She says it's a classic, so Kenya is very excited to get that. Next off, Cynthia's assistant, whose turn it is to pick for Marlo. So she's like, I'm going to pick the Chanel purse. So he picks the Chanel purse. So he's like, yeah, that's what he's going to get for Marlo. And so now Kenya has to repick another gift. And she's like, ugh, she gets to pick in the last gift, which is pretty much Drew's gift. And Drew's like, yeah, everybody's like, oh, that's so, Drew has 3 boxes, okay? So Kenya gets to pick in Drew's gift of, the first one is a cat carrier. And inside it, there's like a wig. LaQuisha, yeah, LaQuisha showed up. LaQuisha happens to be the wig that Drew had on the first time she met Latoya and Kenya. And in which they were saying that, oh, she had like a cat, a pussy on her head. And everybody's like, what? I mean, everybody's like, no, girl, this ain't it, okay? This is definitely not $1,000 wig, so stop, okay? All the ladies are like disappointed, like, what? Girl, you're still gonna give that gift, right, of $1,000, right? Because it's kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair for you to take a gift from other people that's about $1,000 worth, and then you're giving like $200 or $300. Anyway, she also has a CD, and on the CD also she also has a tape player, as well as $100 gift card for the foundation, for some foundation. You know, she's like, yeah, the whole idea. So Drew's kind of trying to defend herself and say everything is pretty much all about the idea. She was trying, yeah, that the ladies were trying to be shady towards her. So she was like, yeah, she's going to come back and have a moment with them, you know. So anyway, everybody's like, you know what, girl, that ain't it. So she says, well, anyway, let them listen to the recording that God dropped this recording on her lap. And we're like, okay, what the hell is this recording about? So we're like, okay, girl, you probably drew, okay. Anyway, the recording is pretty much Danny, her driver, speaking to the prophet and saying to him, Prophet Lot that is, that, oh, do you like Latoya? And he says, yes, he likes Latoya. And that, you know, and pretty much he just met her at a point where, you know, he finally met his own baby mama 3 years after his divorce, and it was kind of like the same time period with Latoya, and kind of something like that, to that effect. And everybody's like, okay, so where is the gist? Where is the big, like, really we're waiting for the cliffhanger of maybe Drew. Like, I don't even know what it would have been, because, like I said before, Drew is an adult. The prophet is also an adult. He's not engaged. That's what he said. So, like, if they decide to go to, like, together, that it should be their business. Drew, girl, you need to go to read school, okay? Nene has a read school. You need to go there, okay? Anyways, I don't understand why Drew is still going on and on about this prophet situation. If she says, of course, Candy is trying to defend Latoya and say, look, they are both adults, and if they have decided that this is what they want to do, why? And Drew is saying to them that no, it's affecting her family, and she's going to speak on it. And everybody's really not understanding why. She's saying, yeah, it's a Delilah spirit. And at this point, knock, 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 knock. Who that? Latoya. Yeah, Latoya is coming in to come and, you know, speak for herself. So Latoya comes through, and Portia's like, girl, you must be really hanging out with the prophet, because this was some kind of prophecy for you to step in right now, okay? So everybody's like, what is going on? So pretty much Kenya brings Latoya up to speed and tells her, like, look, this is what's going on. They're trying to, you know, Drew is still talking about the prophet and all. And of course, you know, Latoya gets loud and like, yeah, why are you so upset? What is it to you, you know? Kenya is able to whisk Latoya out quickly. You know, she says, yeah, she's a knock. And I'm like, Kenya, you didn't like it when people were saying that you were, you know, a drunk and all of that. Why are you calling... Anyways, it's been interpreted as a narcissist. And she's saying no, she's a knock, someone on drugs or someone, you know, that is like, you know, a bad person. Latoya still thinks she's a narcissist. No, girl. Two different things. Anyways, like Kenya said, like Candy had said before, he's an adult, Latoya is an adult, they're both single and separated, you know, they can do whatever they want to do, you know. I just felt that Drew came with, you know, with shit, and she should live with shit. Pretty much Kenya and Latoya are taking the champagne, yeah, since Drew can go with her wig, okay. Moving on. So Latoya is dragged out, but Latoya goes back to get something, and of course as she goes back in, all hell breaks loose. Latoya starts to talk about how, yeah, she's going to be with the prophet, and Drew can do whatever she wants to do, and at this point she grabs the wig and she flings it pretty much at Drew, and Drew ain't having none. Drew's like, girl, no way. Drew tries to kick at her, but Drew's too short, okay? Drew's short, okay? So Drew's leg doesn't connect with Latoya's head. So Latoya is able to get out, and they're able to separate people, and then of course there's stuff tossed all over. I feel so sorry because I'm like, who does that? Like, why are you guys fighting? You're too old to be doing this. Come on, you know? It's Latoya's business if she wants to be with the prophet and, you know, keep it pushing. You can do your baby dedication even if the prophet can't do it. You can get somebody else to do that dedication. Like, stop. Anyways, they get to pushing, keeping everybody aside. Okay, it's time to go. Okay, Kenya is able to whisk Latoya off, and Latoya is like, yeah, feeling like she won the fight, or she didn't get kicked in her hair. I am totally with Kenya and Latoya. It was kind of silly for Drew to keep prolonging this issue and saying she's not going to be able to dedicate her baby. You can dedicate your baby to some other pastor. You know, it's up to you. However, Drew, you just got to let this go. You know, this was bad, okay? It was just bad, okay? Yeah. Next week is going to be the reunion, and we're going to see Marlo and Portia go at it, and of course Kenya and Portia go at it. This season really hasn't given us much. What do you guys think? I just feel this season was kind of, it just lacked any content. The ladies were just so, like Cynthia had her wedding, obviously. Candy didn't, like, there was really nobody brought it. So now they're thinking about bringing back Miss Parks. Yes, Miss Phaedra Parks, and I'm all in for it because you know what? That was a real storyline between Phaedra and Candy, and I really would like to see how that ends. Because Phaedra is one person that can get into under Kenya's skin some way, somehow. She's also one person that, you know, that storyline, I always felt it was wrong for them to have let her go. That was such a good storyline, and we really needed to have just seen it to the end. So what do you guys think? Do you guys want Phaedra back? Do you guys want Nene back? Marlo's tried it this season, but I'm like, Marlo, you brought it too late. You woke up too late. You could have thought about a storyline to bring. You know, Marlo usually just comes in and tries to hold the other ladies accountable. You know, but if Marlo is looking for a peach and she really wants to have a peach, she's got to bring a real storyline. Period. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyways, Cynthia's like, everybody get the hell out. Okay? Everybody out. Portia's like trying to get a plate for her mom and herself, and she's like, no girl, goodbye. And of course, as they get out, there's the carol singers outside. Luckily, Kenya was able to drag Latoya away from them and get away before the ladies came out. And then the ladies get to sing some carols. And that's where it ends. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to share. Be sure to like and subscribe.